You know what's interesting?
Yes.
Just listening, monitoring here. This room doesn't sound half bad, actually.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of listening to things and pumping up a little bit, being like, even sitting here, I heard like John laughing at echoed, and I was like, God damn it. It sounds great. Like just coming through the headphones.
For it being what it is, and it's nice that we have stuff in here already.
Yeah. That helps.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
good.
wondering how much of it is just the ceiling material. Being a kind of more soft material.
Yeah.
And
They're called acoustic tiles for a reason, though. I mean, that's what they're built for, specifically to deaden that noise. So that's
So it's
really
good.
nice.
I'm pleased.
Listen to this, we're playing a game. It's a swing and a miss, and we're the ones to blame. We'd be remiss if it was ever the same. You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
recorded for Thursday, May 18th, 2017.
Hello.
Hey there. Sorry about that.
And
Months are hard.
welcome to Wasting All the Time.
A podcast.
My name is Dave,
I'm John.
And I'm Cody.
and we're going to waste all of your time
Yeah, we are.
in
Boy,
our
howdy.
Where? In our
brand
what?
new studio.
Brand new studio. Yeah. I think Ted did good.
Yeah,
Don't you guys think
I think
Ted
he nailed it.
did
I
good?
think Ted did good.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's
weird to hear.
he's going to cry.
Like, I understand the words, but Dave said them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite make sense.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's weird.
You guys get your muffins? The muffins Ted made?
The Great Muffins, they're really good.
Yeah.
I just had like a bottle of Kraken.
Say
Oh, yeah.
sound weird to you in the studio,
A
though?
little bit. It's probably just the fact that it's in a fifth dimensional space.
That might be it, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably it.
Hold on.
It's a little weird.
Let's see if I can. The new one has a piece of machinery. It doesn't look like.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta connect these wires.
Okay. Ted, can you turn the crank again? Ted? No, don't talk. We're recording. Yeah, the big brass crank.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Good.
Oh,
Good job.
See, it's
that is better.
That is better.
the science behind it is pretty complicated. It's a kind of temporal diffusion thing. Suffice to say,
Would we call it science or magic at this point?
well, like the late great, I think it was Arthur C. Clarke said, any sufficiently advanced technology, a Macarena.
He
Cool.
did say that.
It is a big brass crank,
The
though.
internet says so.
So I feel like that's more fantasy, more magic
Oh yeah,
than
it's probably leaning towards it.
you know.
Oh, well.
I mean, if it was a big touch screen on the wall, like maybe it's science.
That
but
would be science.
a big brass crank just says magic to me. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's magic. You know,
Never
I
say.
believe it's magic. Magic.
I was doing the McDonald's.
Never believe.
I was doing Ghostbusters.
Nice.
This is episode 222.
222.
And John, you are back.
I am back, and
Guess you can unfire
it's
someone.
good to be back. I just wanted to.
I don't know if you've listened to the previous episodes, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's,
well, you know,
It was really, we struggled without you.
I had a feeling something weird was going on because Kim Jong-un, he's a big fan, by the way.
Yeah,
he
so weird.
you know, I couldn't quite tell because he does that weird thing where he looks in your eyes like longer than is natural, like sociopaths do. But he seemed to be hinting that like something weird was going on the podcast.
I don't know what that would have been.
But yeah, I haven't
what's
listened to the
weird
back
by his
episodes yet.
standards?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a little.
he is a big fan,
Yeah.
or at least he was.
So his standards are in
I
question.
kind of
Yeah.
I kind of blew up a big wall in his house, so he might be mad at me now. But he seemed really ticking with you, Dave.
Who could be mad at you, John? Who?
I don't know.
Certainly not us. We really
No,
enjoy
yeah,
your
100%.
Who
company
could?
and-
Roger Daltrey, maybe.
Ted
He yelled at
making
me
it
once,
a condition of
but
use
that
of the
might have just
studio that
been
you're
part of the
here?
show.
It has nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all.
So let's begin the show, which
God, I barely even remember the format now.
Good thing Dave runs it.
well, we kind of did our own thing while you were away.
Okay.
We sort of broke free
Had-
from the.
Okay.
Went a little wild.
I mean, maybe it ended up being sort of similar, but
you know. You know.
I just want to reiterate we are very happy that you are back.
I'm happy too, guys.
My human heart is happy. Yeah.
It's just the more I say it, the more I'll believe it. All right, here we go.
I remember this.
Yes, this
What,
is.
what day is it, Dave?
That's a good question
That was
and
good.
very appropriate
That was
for
nice.
this segment.
Zing.
Today is May 18th, and according to the National Day Calendar, which can be found
Oh, where? Oh, tell us.
at nationaldaycalendar.com, it is National Cheese Souffle Day.
Oh.
National HIV Vaccine Awareness Day,
Excellent.
National No Dirty Dishes Day,
I don't know what that means.
and National Visit Your Relatives Day.
Oh, that's scary.
Now, which of those would you like to hear about?
Definitely cheese souffle vaccine day.
Well, I mean, I could open the windows side by side.
Just every other word.
Just the cheese souffle.
Yeah,
Let's
cheese-
go with that.
Cheese souffle it is.
I don't even know technically what a souffle is. I just know that the joke is always you can't make a loud noise or it'll collapse.
Yeah.
National Cheese Souffle Day. On National Cheese Souffle Day, observed May 18th,
That's today.
we can
yes.
all enjoy a little of this French delight.
unless you can't cook or something.
The word souffle is the past participle of the French verb souffler, which means to blow up or puff up.
Oh, not like explode, like a balloon. That's dumb.
Combine
France.
egg whites with custard, and it will puff up into a fine golden souffle when
There
baked.
we go.
Egg yolks are beaten egg whites. Nope, not are.
I was gonna say, even for National Day calendar, egg yolks are beaten egg whites. No, they're not.
That's the Kraken talking.
talking Kraken talking.
Egg yolks and beaten egg whites
Ah, there we go.
mixed with various other ingredients make up a
Come
souffle.
on. Yeah, we just mix them with ingredients and you get food. Thanks.
Some of that DIY cooking we're talking about.
Yep.
It can be served as a tasty main course dish, or it can be sweetened for a dessert. Each souffle is made up of either a French cream base, or maybe that should be pronounced creme.
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 French creme parfait.
Et crème française.
Sorry, France. A flavored cream sauce or puree and beaten egg whites. The base provides the flavor, and the egg whites provide the lift. And separate.
Nice.
The base is
Like
commonly
with
made up
shoulders.
of cheese, jam, fruits, berries, chocolate, and lemon.
Whoa. That's a fucking spread.
It says and, so you need to have all of those things.
Otherwise, it's not a true blowed up.
Yes. This day is dedicated to the cheese-based souffle.
Oh.
How to observe. Order a cheese souffle at your favorite restaurant, or you can try your culinary skills with this cheese souffle recipe.
Ooh.
Use hashtag National Cheese Souffle Day
Yeah,
post on
yeah,
social
yeah,
media.
yeah, yeah.
Within our research, we're unable to find the
shocking.
hashtag National Cheese Souffle Day.
I don't think I know of a restaurant offhand that I could drive to right now where I could order a cheese souffle.
Yeah, I'm sure there is one, but yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't frequent them establishments.
Them places what got French food.
Yeah.
The only French food I like is French fries
Yeah, my immediately
and French burgers.
You know, I went into my combination KFC Pizza Hut, and they did not have a cheese souffle. They tried to sell me pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
I said, I want a splody thing.
I want a cheese puffed up.
Give me that puff up cheese.
A puffed up past tense.
Give me the past participle puffed up pissing cheese.
Oh, now you guys are doing grammar, and I'm all intimidated.
I don't know what it means. It just sounds good when I say it.
Now, if the French word is if the phrase is puff up, would it be puffed up or puff upped?
Puffined up.
No,
No, that's a little penguin thing.
I'm telling you, because it's a phrase, and you have to address the phrase with the grammar as a whole.
Look, maybe we should do a sentence structure diagram here before we
All
walk
right,
into this
get out of the
restaurant.
chalkboard.
Because we want to get
Fuck's
this
sake.
right, you know?
No, I'm just saying, because you translate it from, I mean, at least they're both Romance languages. We got that going for us,
Right,
which is nice.
yeah.
Yeah, they're very sexy.
Yeah, no. I mean, yes, but also no. So, how are we going to...
All right, so I got up on the board,
Right.
sexy, crossed out,
Right.
romance.
Yeah, thank
Right.
you for bringing that board, by the way. You got
Yeah.
all kinds of shit in your trunk.
That's what I do, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
You know,
so
the little missus, she keeps saying, hey, why don't you clean out your car? This is why.
moments like this.
Yeah.
Because we're going to walk into this restaurant and place an order to go and then sit there and wait. We don't want to feel like a bunch of assholes.
That
because
No, we do
goddamn
not.
ridiculous.
We do not, sir. We do not want to feel
That's-
like assholes.
that's the weight of shame right there.
We want to feel like dole de as, as they might say on the continent.
Is that right?
Dole to what?
Dole de ass.
Ass.
Like, when you're doling out some ass? That
No,
kind of
like-
seems like a...
Is
like,
that a future
There's an apostrophe in it, so it's a little confusing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. De whole
Right.
de ass.
All of the ass.
You got to elide
Yeah.
the ass.
The ass?
So the whole of the ass.
Right.
Oh, I thought you were
The
saying
sentence
something.
structure is different in the foreign
I
tongues.
don't want to order that.
Nope.
Are we talking about an entire ass?
We want the cheese blow up.
Right.
Yeah,
blowed
we
up.
want the cheese blow
or
up.
blow upped.
Or
See, I think that brings us back to original point of contention vis-a-vis the past tense of English as it relates to French.
I would have thought we had made more progress by now.
No,
I know.
I suppose we have not.
So, someone was talking about the
De
entirety
souffle
of
de
an ass.
fromage. See?
But what if the
Yeah.
waiter don't speak no French?
That's a good question.
Then maybe we could order in English.
Maybe.
Which brings us to our conundrum. Is it blowed up or blow upped? Puffed up or puff upped? It's past tense of French.
Does it matter if we write it down?
Only if we write it in French, otherwise we have the same quandary about us.
Puffed up does seem to be more in keeping with what we're trying to obtain.
That is true. Because puffed up...
Blown up has a different connotation in the English language.
Look, guys, my social anxiety is really getting the best of me right now. And look, I know for a fact that if we walk into this grocery store over here, we can get a big old bag of cheese puffs, and god damn it, that's close enough for me.
That does sound one bit delightful.
That
And even
does
use
indeed.
self-checkout.
Well,
I mean, we can't get alcohol?
Not in that transaction. No.
All right.
Cheese puffs?
Cheese puffs.
cheese puffs. We have an accord.
That was quite an organic scene beginning. It's been a while since that has actually occurred. I feel bad I cut off John like twice.
No,
Yeah, you did.
For the first minute or so, I was confused about what was happening, and I was trying to tell a story.
That's why I felt bad, because I had a joke or something, and then I did it, and then you went to say it, and then Dave said something, and I reacted to that, and I was like, shit, I keep talking over John, and then I'll stop, and then all of a sudden we were in the scene, and I was like, well, shit, now I feel...
Well, shit.
No, I was going to start talking about
Stupid things that no one cares about.
basically.
All right. Speaking of which, let's move it right along
Like when you're drunk.
to the next segment.
Yes.
What have you been up to? To what have you been?
Now,
Yeah. Soothing tones.
this is normally the segment where we would have people talk about what they've been up to.
Right, I remember that.
But John
Right.
has been doing a really good job of keeping us abreast of his situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
Situation.
guys pretty much know what I've been up to.
So I'm gonna put it to you this way. In 20 seconds or less, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I did end up doing a real opera just a couple weeks ago. And, after walking hundreds of miles through the Chinese and North Korean landscape, and also through a
Thanks so much.
lost
Cody,
city
what
underneath.
would you like to tell us about?
I finished my book, Kill Yuan, the audiobook.
Gunnels?
Gunnels.
We've been talking about that for like 12 weeks.
It
Wow.
feels like a lot longer, and I've started on my second one,
Gunnels.
which I also mentioned. Kill Yuan 2, Killier and Yuanier. No, this last weekend we went to a Renaissance fair, and it was my buddy M. Todd Gallaglass. I've talked about him before.
Oh, yeah.
It was his birthday, so we surprised him. His wife set up. We had lunch at De Vere's Irish Pub downtown, which was amazing, and then we went and played airsoft because he's a big airsoft fanatic. But it was a surprise, so we didn't tell him. And the Renaissance fair that we were working that weekend, ostensibly, he had contractually had 3 shows a day, and the shows are kind of how he makes money at fairs. So we get there and we're like, all right, we already talked to the fair, and he's just gonna leave at noon and not do his last 2 shows on Saturday. Great, no problem. And we're like, we'll just show up. He'll do the first show, and then we'll contrive some excuse for him to leave. Great, awesome, no problem. So we're wandering around. We're all like tiptoeing around this and this and that. I walk back up to the table, and some guy who we hadn't gotten in on the plan yet is standing next to M. Todd with a schedule, like the actual fair schedule. Fuck. His eyes are like saucer plates, and he's turning red. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, I only have 1 show today. And I was like, that's crazy. Oh, I wonder. Oh, Jenny can go talk. And I'm trying to be light and just play it off like, oh, what? Okay, we'll figure it out. And he's so mad. Ooh. And he's so angry. And I'm like, I can totally understand that because it looks like they just cut 2 of his shows. And he's so livid. And Jenny's talking to the coordinator. So, and he's any single person he even remotely is acquainted with, he's talking to them. He's doing that. I can't believe they cut 2 of my shows. They told me I'd get 3, and they could fuck this fair. And there's that. And every person he talks to, I'm running basically a step behind him, going, no. We planned this. The fair isn't bad. He doesn't hate the fair. This is all part of the plan. So he's talking to other performers, talking to vendors. And I'm just running around behind him, going, no. This is not how this works. Finally, we get to the pub, and he's having a great time. We played airsoft, and everything was fine. And so on Sunday morning at the meeting, it's called Notes, where all the performers and vendors meet. And he goes, I may have said some things yesterday, and it got a good laugh, and we're all cool now. Oh, but that morning was so stressful.
Way to almost ruin everything.
And then, because he did have his 1 show, so I'm standing there watching, because we don't do much while he's on his shows, and I'm waiting for him to just end his show with, and you know what? Fuck this fair, and fuck these people, because they cut 2 of my goddamn shows, and I'm like, I won't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell him, it's a surprise at that point, because he's already said it.
Yeah.
So luckily none of that happened. Everything went smoothly, but it was tiptoeing on eggshells for a while.
Oh, geez, Louise.
So Dave.
Nice.
What do you got?
Well,
We can cut yours before that if it's not
sorry,
as fun.
I got into it.
that's all right. All 3 of us recently performed in our first live improv show.
That's right.
did.
Yeah, we did.
We were the guest stars on a show called Jack Jackson
Yes,
at
we
the
were.
Sacramento Area Comedy Sports Theater.
Noir in the dark.
Yeah.
They do an improvised detective story, sort of film noir style, the typical private investigator trappings.
Yeah, where Jack Jackson
Right.
faces his toughest case yet.
That's right. And we were guest stars on that, and it was a ton of fun.
Yes, it was.
And if you...
Dude, they're so good. They're so
They
good.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a treat.
If you are subscribed to our show, then you will automatically get a recording of that in your feed.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. If you're in the area, check out Comedy Sports.
Definitely check it out. It was a lot of fun.
There will be something in the show notes about that.
Oh yeah. Say hi to Silas for me.
And that was so much fun. I hope we get to do that again in the future
Looking
or
forward
other
to it.
things like it. So that in Minecraft and work. And what else do you want to know? That's it. Let's move it right along.
Yeah.
2,
3.
4.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards. I say we go fruitwards.
Well, and now it is the time to be playing the words of the fruit. Now, the words of the fruit, this is being a game we are playing utilizing the cards that are of two kinds and of two colors. The red cards, they are being nouns. And the green cards, they are being the adjectives. Now, we will, of the cards, be drawing 2 of each color. And we will then be improvising the scene that is inspired by the words these.
Wow. That was a delightful hodgepodge.
You know, John, sometimes I know that you spend a little bit of time before recording planning these things out. I could tell that was not the case
This was
time.
not one of those, yes.
But thank you for playing. How about Meddlesome vehicles?
Hey, Mr. Johnson, we're having some problems right now with the self-driving cars.
Oh,
That fleet.
that I don't like the sound of that. What's wrong?
Well, you see, you know how they're supposed to be hooked up to the network and take
And-
the routing commands and all that stuff.
Self-drive, yeah.
Yeah, self-drive. Well, they're self-driving all right. It's just that now they seem to be preoccupied with the. They figured out a way to decode and listen to and understand the police scanners.
Figured out.
Well, you know, they're supposed to be. They're supposed to have like kind of that emergent
intelligence.
intelligence.
The EI,
yeah. Well, they've figured out how to listen to the police scanners and
figured out.
Figured out. Yes. Yes. Well, they're okay. There's not really a way to beat around this bush any longer. So they're semi-autonomous now.
They're supposed to be fully.
Oh, sorry. I mean they're semi-aware and autonomous, and they've begun listening to police scanners, and they're damned if they aren't just going out there and trying to solve mysteries.
Really?
Yes, sir. They are really trying to go out and solve mysteries.
How did this, who discovered this?
Well, it was this boy and his dog.
Go on.
Well, they're part of this club, you see, and they hired one of our vans, and they've been going around solving mysteries for years and years, like 40 years or so.
So not an autonomous self-driving van then.
No, they had to trade up to one of ours.
Oh.
And I guess it just rubbed off on the thing.
It rubbed off?
Rubbed off. And so now it's going around the county, and it's you know what? It actually has been doing a pretty good job as a detective. It drives the kids to the right places, haunted amusement parks, that kind of a thing.
Uh-huh. What does the police chief say about all this?
The police chief is he is concerned but optimistic.
Oh. I'm just a little worried about liability.
That is my concern as well, yes.
I think we need to get legal in here.
Legal would be a good... hey, Bill?
Bill Legal?
Yeah, I told you not to call me that, but
have you prepared that brief for us yet?
It's on the way. I haven't slept in 72 hours. This car thing. Which car case are we talking about? I've got cars going to the movies.
I don't know. It's some mysterious van that he's talking about.
Oh, are we still in your van thing?
Yeah, the police scanner one.
Yeah. Whew, boy. I mean,
apparently it figured out.
Yeah, the words obstruction of justice have come up
Yeah,
with regard to that one,
Yeah.
rather than vehicular manslaughter.
I've heard that so many times. I'm going to get a tattoo of it
Yeah.
on my ass. There are.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
just
no.
just word from the wise. Don't do that.
Thank you. I kind of need that right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, no sleep. My cognitive processes are a bit.
Well, at least you don't have to drive that way anymore.
No, yeah. See, my car, the one that corporate gave to me, it took me to a bar. Mm-hmm. And
Well, that was very considerate of it.
it was. Except now, my wife wants to know why I'm not home and also a little drunk. Full disclosure, I'm a little drunk because from the bar, it took me back here
That is part of the mission statement for the autonomous vehicles,
to be a little bit drunk.
to allow you to drive to places that you want to drive to while a little drunk.
It's American freedom.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
sir.
I'm
Basically, we want to know what are we opening ourselves up to, legally speaking, letting these kids get self-driven around to crime scenes.
That is a fascinating inquiry, and I'm sure I could write several doctoral applications on it. Right now, we're going with I was concerned for my life, and that's, if anyone asks, you feared for your life, and that's why you designed the cars the way you did. Because beyond that, like imagine you had a gun that instead of firing bullets, fired, what's the best metaphor in this case? It fired Wi-Fi signals, but the device that it fired the Wi-Fi signals at couldn't refuse the connection. And the gun itself was made of ivory, which I think is still illegal in the United States. So the ivory gun that fires Wi-Fi
now look
signals,
here, legal.
I think there's a code 3 on it.
Right.
Maybe you
Where am
should,
I?
you should get your car to take you home.
I tried. It drove around the block and it said you're home and it dropped me off here. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think it's that emergent intelligence. It's figured out that you spend more time here than anywhere else.
Figured out.
Figured out.
Hey, for the future, just real quick legal tip. Don't say figured out anymore. Say spontaneously occurred. That's probably going to save us a lot of jail time.
Already.
Spontaneously occurred.
Yeah.
Spontaneously
And don't let them see any of the code.
So it spontaneously occurred that you spend more time here than at your actual residence.
Yeah, let's
And
go.
so
Let's go
it
with
branded this as home.
that. Yeah, let's. Actually, if you could call my wife and tell her that, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, sure thing. You mean Cheryl?
Yeah, let's go with that. I'm gonna go try and get some sleep. If you get a weird email from me that has just, I fell asleep on my keyboard.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. Anyway, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go write legal documents while probably under the influence.
Spontaneously occurred.
Spontaneously. I like it.
Spontaneously occurred.
Anyway, I'm going to call Bill's wife. She's been worried about him. Mm-hmm. I was over there last night.
Classic Bill legal.
Well, now. I guess he's.
That's right.
He's okay.
He's back.
Every week on the
every
podcast,
other week.
I choose an improv game
we've been
and
doing the
we
guests.
try
Yeah,
to
that
play
was-
it.
The guests would choose, but
Yeah.
Because you kind of did the speech, right? Yeah.
sort of.
And this week's improv game
It's a new choice.
is
Haven't done that one in a while.
Press Conference.
Yay! Full court press conference.
3 or more players. One player is a character giving a press conference about a major news event involving them or the organization they represent. The other players play journalists asking questions at the press conference. a word or general subject is chosen, and the press conference plays out from that suggestion.
You sure about that?
I'm only a little drunk. The journalists are encouraged to use their questions to add often unflattering details to the story, while the character giving the press conference attempts to spin the narrative in such a way as to put himself and or his organization in the best possible light.
Okay. I think that's an important thing that I oftentimes forget about this game.
Trying to put it in the best light.
Well, no, or have the reporters try to spin it in a negative. Often I'm just trying to think, what's the different? What's the weird about this situation?
Gotcha.
Instead of like reporters do in real life.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it true there was a koala present
Yeah.
and it's dead now?
is it true that your mistress, whom your name is tattooed on your ass, is like that? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. All these oh shit details
Yeah.
coming from the reporters instead of like, how can I work a monkey into this question? Oh, fuck. And then it's just absurd for absurd's sake. So, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I have a random word generator here.
Yes, I love those.
And John is our press officer for this scene.
Good.
I shit you not.
Oh.
The word that you will use to inspire your news story is dingbats.
I'm so sorry.
Then we take you now to a press conference.
Hello,
that
everyone.
inflection.
Thank you all coming out for this. I'm hoping to be fairly brief. But as you all know, there has been a slight malfunction with the remote-operated drone body repair implements. And we just wanted to keep you abreast of the situation. So I guess we'll start questions however we will start them right now.
Sir.
Yes, Mr. Johnson.
Jacob Johnson Times. So, what do you have to say about the reports that this drone body was actually material scrapped from a nearby orphanage?
About that, I must say that we have a wonderful program with which we repurpose old and unneeded scrap materials to make drones that are material neutral, as it were.
Yes, here. Philip Sterling from the Sterling
Yes, Mr.
Times.
Sterling, yes.
Yes. What do you say to the
A lot of blogs here today.
rumors that the RODBRI, you had warnings about it
Yes, we
beforehand.
did, yes. Mhm.
And
Yes, it was very important that we get those warnings out to the public so that in the event of an event, such as the one we find ourselves in right now, we would have given the public the best information possible, the best warning possible, the best preparation possible to deal with the current situation.
yes, but to be fair, I was referring to the warnings that were issued to your organization before any of this went down.
Oh, I see, yes. Well, those warnings were very important to us as a corporation in that they allowed us to better target and craft our own warnings that we then relayed to the public.
Mr. Person.
Yes, Cliven.
Yeah, Cliven from the National Sun. So the warnings that this drone has gone down over an endangered panda habitat and set it alight. Is there any truth to those?
That rumor is, I'm afraid that is true, but we do have reports that the pandas had very recently acquired a taste for human flesh, and so that is why the drones registered them as a threat and eliminated them with prejudice, with fire.
Yes. Hello, Roger Duvall here.
Yes, Mr. Duvall.
Yes. Is this bringing about any questions within the organization about the use of remote operated drones. And have you considered using the emergent intelligence drones that they have figured out?
Well, the remote operated drones, one of the big advantages of those is that they are not quite as intelligent as the emergent intelligence automatons that we've seen from many American corporations, in that our remote operated drones, they mostly just kill things as opposed to the emergently intelligent drones, which seem to go out, try to find teenagers with pet dogs to obstruct justice and really get in the way of the bobbies, which, their job is hard enough, isn't it? Is it not a very difficult job to be a bobby these days? And you can't have these drones flying about and trying to muck up your business with teenagers and strange dogs that can sort of talk.
Yeah, Teddy Burt here.
Yes, Mr.
From
Burt.
the Teddy Times. Look, I was wondering if you could clarify your earlier statements about American companies.
Oh, yes, of course. You see, the Americans are pursuing a technology that is in most ways morally wrong, and we are pursuing technologies which are in most ways morally correct.
All right,
Also, fuck you.
I do own guns. America.
Also, fuck you. I did not expect that. It was saucy.
The last press conference that press officer went to.
Unless he apologizes in a very British manner.
I think that we should give that one more go.
Okay.
Eh,
This time, Cody's the press officer.
that's me. Cody, the greatest.
And Cody,
That's me. Cody, the greatest.
Cody,
Oh, boy.
your random word
Semi-random.
is herring fishery.
Herring fishery.
We take you now to a herring fishery press conference.
So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for coming. I know this is a very, very important conference. The fishery itself is estimated to remain intact. The individuals inside, we are certain they should survive for several more hours. And so rescue crews are on their way.
Excuse me, will the president be speaking on this press conference?
The president of the hatchery will be definitely releasing his condolences to the families of the workers.
Is the president alive?
There have been strong signals that the president's heart continues to beat after his statements were released. So we're confident that the best doctors in the world are going to get him up and running again, ideally in the next week or so.
Okay, then I'm leaving.
Thank God, I hate that guy.
Hello.
Yeah, Tim.
Hello, Belinda Gates from the Gate Times.
Yeah, Belinda, go right ahead. I can't believe you run a newspaper.
What?
Go ahead.
What do you mean?
No, I was talking to him.
Oh. I'd just like to know what your plan is for cleaning up all of the fish guts
So that is actually something.
that are out. Don't interrupt me just
Oh.
because I'm a woman.
Your inflection
all the-
implied that you were finished with your question.
Thank you for explaining inflection to me. That are all the-
Technically, I wasn't explaining the
fish-
inflection to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, your question. No? Anyone else? Okay, yeah, fish guts. Good, very important. Top priority.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Edgar Edginton from the
Bike
Detroit
Technic
Times.
I love those times. The good old times.
It's a wonderful city, yes. I'm wondering, is it true that you have injected pre-Cretaceous DNA into the strands of these herrings, and that is why we are faced with the 300-pound carnivorous herrings that we are faced with today?
So first off, I just want to say that I'm not like a science guy. So all this thing about DNA and 30-foot monsters and destroying the neighborhood is not really my forte. I can tell you that our science team has been working around the clock. I don't know what happened there. Might get my heartbeat. Okay, I didn't have a stroke. That was weird. That our science teams have been working around the clock to determine how juicy and tender these herring will be once their transformation is complete and they are contained to the destruction area they've already caused. Because once we get them out to you, the consumer, we feel that the late Cretaceous. Let me get my notes here. Yes, the late Cretaceous was the most delicious of periods, according to several of our top scientists. So that should make up for all of the destroyed homes once we get these to market.
Oh, hello. Martin Times from the Martin Times.
That's a really convenient name.
I'm sorry?
Me too. Go ahead.
What is the status? We know that your company was pursuing non-GMO verification. I wanted to know what the status of that application process was now, given the revelations about the Cretaceous period.
It's very exciting news. I'm really glad you asked. Herring Fisheries Incorporated is excited to announce a new classification for non-GMO organisms. It is the genetically modified organism non-GMO certification. So
that's an HFINC initiative?
It's actually a JFINC. It's 2 more letters. So on the alphabet, so that's even better with the.
So you spell herring with a J now?
We do. It's a Finnish technique actually from Phoenicia, and we're really proud of their advancements as they have made our fish more delicious. And the genetically modified non-GMO fish, I think, are going to be a big hit.
Well, thank you for your time. Sounds like things are really going well.
Totally.
Excuse me, is there Thornton J Windshield III?
The third?
Yeah, I'm not actually with a paper. I just had a question.
Okay. Why not?
I just ran into one of your herrings out in the wild, and it just
They're free range, everyone.
it just seemed so interesting to me that I caught the thing, and now I'm trying to stuff it so I can mount it on the wall, and just the damn thing. It just won't die, you see? And so I'm wondering, is there a special sort of, like, sharp implement or poison or something I'm supposed to use? Because I've tried a 12 gauge, and it's just not working. It sort of snarls at me in a way that makes it seem like it's laughing, and it makes me feel bad. And so I'm wondering if maybe if I get a sharp piece of metal and I stick it in the right place, it'll stop moving around long enough for me to open it up and start stuffing it.
That's actually, I'm really glad you asked. That's a really exciting development we're really proud to announce here, is that the herring fisheries, ever-living herrings are, ideally they're supposed to be dissected and sent to you prior to you seeing them in the whole form. But we're really proud that these fish are basically alive when you eat them. So even if you get a piece off of it, that piece is technically and legally still alive. So it's going to have all the flavor and juiciness of a real fish. So were you somehow to actually separate its head with a sharp implement, maybe like a backhoe, I think might do the trick.
Backhoe.
Yeah.
I'll write this down.
Yeah. You put a little lemon juice on there. It's gonna flop around. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna wiggle all the way down, and that's our testing groups responded really positively to that. So we think you're gonna like it. It'll wiggle around in your stomach too. It helps digestion. Just don't eat too much at once, because since it's technically immortal, it'll fill up your stomach.
All right. Well, thank you so much, sir. I'll work on getting it back home.
All right.
Nice. It was almost like the end of the alphabet sentence game, because I was like, I can go with this. Oh, I can go with that. Oh, I can do this instead.
Right. I kind of liked the not saying anything and you tried to like dig the hole deeper for yourself.
It's fun, like trying to do the corporate spin on these things that are so way the hell out there.
Yeah.
Like, just bring up positive things. They destroyed a neighborhood. Who cares? They're delicious.
Right. And I liked also that, like, your answer to my last character, it really was not helpful. It was like, what you're trying to do cannot be done.
Yeah.
We have to dissect them specially in a laboratory, and they're still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There is but one more thing
But one.
that we should do.
But
So let's get on with it.
But and jiggy with it.
With it.
Welcome to Cody's Words of Wisdom. Soak up the knowledge.
I'm warning you, don't touch the forecastle because there's a lot of current running through it. It's going to fry your giblets faster than you can slap Anthony in the face. But don't worry, he's a spry little guy. He's going to touch his toes before you even know what's happening. Get on the rocket. The door's going to seal itself behind you. Don't strap yourself in too tight. The in-flight movie is Brendan Fraser's Once I Touched a Monkey. And before the X-rated version comes out, we're going to make sure all your kids are deaf. So they'll only be able to see the little tiny particles that float through their eyes. They're going to worship Lord Voldemort after that, so I don't want to kind of alarm you. But if you see them doing any undue push-ups, make sure to float them towards the left of the oven because that's where it gets the most ticklish. Now, 11 of those little fingers are going to just fly right away. Don't scratch them because the sniffy part is really the most entangled you're going to get for a long while. Trust me, I've seen your wife. She doesn't approve of any of this soccery happening going on. So get a divorce before she eats you.
Nice.
Wow, thank you.
I feel wise.
And nary a mention of teeth.
Butts. Till now.
See, it's a little meta. You like that?
It's a little meta.
Just a little. I'm so meta, even this acronym.
Yeah, I don't like that. Thank you so much for listening to the show.
Thank you kindly. We appreciate it.
If there's any small portion of the show that you particularly enjoyed, that's great. If not,
I'm glad you enjoyed a thing that we
blame
did.
John. If you want to
It's
let us
probably his
know
fault.
about what that thing was, you can go to
yes.
wastingallthetime.com/vote.
That is a thing you can do.
It is a thing you can do.
That is a thing you can do. Mm-hmm. And you can let us know that way.
Or wastingallthetime.com/contact to send us an email, or you can call us.
Look at Cody
On
knowing
the
URLs.
Line.
Here's I tattooed it on my forearm.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Cody, what's
Stylish.
our hotline?
It is.
A series of numbers.
Area code 916.
Number.
Number.
And that's just a few guesses you have to make to connect with us.
Exponentially, that starts to add up really quickly.
So, thanks for being back, John, probably.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you are still alive.
I am too. It's good. It's
Thank
good to be
you
alive.
for helping us get a new studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted did most of the work on that. But I guess I helped get Ted back, so it's sort of on me.
I guess.
The details are unimportant.
As they usually are. That's why I work for the government.
So, until next time,
Who are you?
my name is Dave,
I'm John.
And I am Cody.
and boy howdy,
Boy, howdy.
remember him? We
Rest
wasted
in peace.
all of your time.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks ever so much.
Good night, folks.
It's weird hearing that again.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, it kind of itches.
Why don't you say, you should go with the one, what was it? Adios, Ken and Barbie dolls.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Ooh, now we're going to get sued.
That's very derivative.
If you enjoyed the show, then leave us a rating and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or anywhere that lets you put in a review. You can call or text the show at area code 916-235-3337.
If you'd like to interact with us in any other way, then www.wastingallthetime.com would be a great place to start. There you can submit listener-suggested scenes and questiones, you can buy your own copy of the Fruitwards card game, you can read blog posts from Ted and the guys, and a whole lot more. So check it out at wastingallthetime.com.
At which point we will remind you that John got dingbat and did not veto.
Yeah, but you went with drones.
Yeah. Drones that fly around and repair and do body work on automobiles.
Oh.
They're bats that fix dings.
I missed that completely.
Yeah.
Did not see
That's
that.
when I did. That's why I did the. I thought you meant body work like on the drones themselves. Like there was issues with the body work on the drones.
Oh, no.
And so I was like, that's what I was like, oh cool, I'll give him something crazy like panda habitats.
Oh.
Sorry about that. That is
okay.
that was a weird ass monkey wrench.
Apparently I was not clear.